This exact funnel brought me from barely making anything as a fitness coach to doing over $50,000 a month as a fitness coach online. And what I'm about to share with you is literally the exact funnel that I've been using for this period of time. And if you implement it yourself, how you can get similar results, and actually get people who are interested in working with you, who want to pay you a lot of money, not people who are coming to pay you 200 bucks a month, 100 bucks a month. Like, that's not going to get you rich. If you're going to be charging people 100 bucks a month, you're going to need thousands of people to make any sort of money. Okay? So, if you're an average person who wants to start fitness coaching or simply just scale up your fitness coaching, you're going to have to get people to pay you lots of money, anywhere from, let's say, two, three, $4,000 all the way up to $10,000. Okay? So, in order to do this, what do we need? We need people to be educated, okay? Because education right now equals trust. If we can get people to be educated about what we like, who we are as a person, what we sell, how we sell it, why we sell it, all of these sort of things about our business, ourselves, our mission, etc., then that invokes trust. And when people trust us, they feel more comfortable giving us money. It's as simple as that. Okay? If you're on a date and a girl trusts you, she's going to feel more comfortable if you ask her to give you a kiss. Okay? That's a bad example, but you get the idea. It's the same sort of principle. Okay? So, what we need to be prioritizing for is trust. So, I'm going to tell you why. So, about 10 years ago, there were a lot of people who would simply just go and run ads. They would send these people from an ad to like a landing page or a website to book a call. And then from there, they would book a call and close. And it was super easy. And the reason why it was super easy and this funnel, this process, this sales process was very profitable was because there were not a lot of other competitors. There weren't a lot of other fitness coaches. There weren't a lot of other people doing the same thing that you're doing, etc. Coaching businesses, whatever. So people ran this funnel and made tons of money. Like, they would, for every dollar they'd put in, they maybe get like 10, 15, or even $20 back out on the return on their ad spend, on the return on their investment. But now there are so many people who are doing this process. And when, let's say, 100 people are selling one process or similar process like fitness coaching, and let's say one or two out of those 100 people are scammers or they're just like really bad business people and they're not really delivering, then it taints the image for the rest of everyone else. And consumers' trust goes down a lot about the entire space. Okay, so what's happened now is people don't trust fitness coaches, online programs, kind of things online, like online communities, online courses, just a lot of things online people are very skeptical about. Okay, so our pretty much intention is, if we're trying to make money, is we have to optimize for education, because education will lead to people trusting us. That's exactly what I do in my business. That's exactly what I'm trying to do here, to get you to understand that, okay, number one, I'm not trying to scam you. I can actually provide a service and I actually know what I'm talking about when it comes to delivering my solution. Okay, so the first step is obviously education. So with our funnel that we're launching, is we're trying to bring people from uneducated to educated. Okay, when you bring someone and shift their beliefs from uneducated to educated, they associate that shift in belief with you. Now they're thinking like you, and they accredit that change in belief to you, and now they view you kind of as a god. Okay, and also, to a really interesting way to put it is, in a market, maybe only, let's say, 5% of the people in an actual market will be ready to buy. Okay, this means that, for example, let's say there's 100 people in a market, just for example. The total adjustable market is 100 people. Out of 100 people, only 5 will be ready to buy, meaning if a solution presents itself, they will click the buy button. Okay, but the thing about that is, yes, you can go after that 5% and you should go after that 5%, but there's also that 95% of other people who are not ready to buy and don't know that they need the solution, aren't solution aware, aren't even maybe problem aware that they have the problem that they need the solution to. And what we're doing with education is, we're pretty much, instead of just going after that 5%, we're educating the 95% of other people about why they have the problem. Like what, for example, 5% of people, let's say in the fitness space, know they need to lose weight and they're ready to buy something that want to help them lose weight. Let's say another 20% of people know they need to lose weight, but don't know what solution that will help them lose weight. Then another 30% of people don't know that they need to lose weight and don't know what solutions will help them. Okay? So there's people who are solution aware, there's people who are not solution aware, there's people who are problem aware, and there's people who are not problem aware. Okay? And when we're educating, we're going after all of those people, which most marketers aren't going after. When you're running an ad, you're putting up an ad and you're saying, hey, do you want X? That's only going after 5% of the market. But if we're educating and saying, hey, like, here's how to lose weight, blah, 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 here's etc., we're bringing people from like problem aware to solution aware. That's going after a big part of the market that a lot of people aren't going after. Okay. So this is why education is so important, especially nowadays. No one trusts anyone online anymore. We have to get over that through education, and no one goes after that other 95%. They're only going after the buy now crowd, the, hey, if you want X, click on my ad and whatever. Like, it doesn't work anymore. So pretty much what I've realized is, okay, yes, we need to lead with education. How do we do that? Okay. So all we're doing is we're getting traffic through paid, through organic methods, and we are trying to own this traffic. When I say own traffic, I don't mean getting a follower on Instagram. I don't mean getting a subscriber on YouTube. When you bring someone from I don't know who you are, and they then go and click on your ad, or they then go and give you a follower or subscriber, you don't own YouTube. You don't really own your channel on YouTube. Like, YouTube could take you down, Instagram can take you down. You don't own that piece of traffic. So you want to bring it to a place that you actually own their information, their name, their phone number, their email, the lead. You own the lead. And what I've been doing is doing that through communities. So I've been using Skool a lot with myself and my clients, WOP as well recently. And we're pretty much bringing people from these paid and organic Instagram ads, Facebook ads, organic from YouTube, organic from Instagram, whatever, to this Skool or WOP community to own their traffic. Before they come into this Skool or to this WOP community, or this maybe Discord community I've done in some cases, is we are trying to get their name, their phone number, and their email. Okay. And then from here, we've been doing an email list, which kind of scoops around and does kind of like a side education. Okay. We're doing an email list to pretty much just nurture people long term. Okay. So that's pretty much how we're owning traffic. And then once they're actually in these communities, we have valuable long form assets. So these are sales assets that we are pretty much giving to these people. Okay. These are going to be about, just everything about their problem, everything about where they want to get to, just pure sauce, pure value about the transformation you're selling. And this is going to be unique to the niche you're in. Okay. Let's say you're helping moms lose weight. You're going to be talking and making long form videos about the best nutrition for, moms aged 30 to 60, how to deal with your hormones post menopause. You're going to talk about, the best forms of cardio. Okay. You're going to make these long form assets about each individual thing to help your individual market get to the next level. Okay. And then you're going to let people get in that community, and you're going to want to get a bunch of people in here. And this is not a paid community. This is free. We're just letting them get educated. Why would we try to go and get $100 a month or $20 a month from these people? Okay. When we could just go and get a bunch of people educated on these long form educational videos. And then once they're educated, then we can get an appointment setter, to reach out to them and book them in for a call. Why wouldn't we just do that? Okay. And then be able to charge $5,000 because they're educated, because they feel that we're the best person in the niche to help them solve that problem. Okay. And that's exactly what we're doing. So once they've been educated, once they have gone through and been in that community for a while, let's say, I don't even mind. I get all my clients to do a week or bi-weekly call where they do it with all of the people, and they pretty much just go and drop sauce, ask questions. They do a CTA, and we'll always get like maybe 5 to 10 booked calls just from that. Okay. But then on top of that, we're getting a setter to then go and reach out to these people who are in the community who have gotten that education, who have gone through some modules, who are educated. And then from there, we're just booking them in for a call. And what I found is the cost per like the cost per show, meaning like the amount of value we're able to extract from someone who's actually gone through this full educative process, is $2,700 per showed appointment. Meaning on average, let's say we book 10 calls, okay? On average, we'll be able to collect $2,700 per booked call. And this is just what I've seen running this for myself and for my clients on average, okay? If you're running cold traffic to a booked call, on average, you'll be able to collect $100 to $200 per call, which is trash. To a basic VSL, it will be around $500 to $600. But for pure education, optimizing for education through community, you will get, on average, from what we've seen, is $2,700. Okay. And then for the organic and the paid methods, running ads directly to school or WAP is very good. Not a lot of people are doing WAP and running ads directly to these communities anymore. And organic crushes as well. So if people are getting education from your organic and then going here to your communities as well, that definitely pushes a lot and helps. Like, people become so educated, and you get people who jump on calls with you. Like, I've had this many times before, even with myself. Someone will jump on a call with me and be like, hey, how much is your program? Like, right off the jump. I'll be like, oh, my program is X amount of money, like $10,000. And they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Do you guys take credit card? And I'm like, yep. Okay, I'm ready to move forward. All right, cool. Like, it's simple as that. So you guys really don't have to overthink this process. It really comes down to just optimizing for educating people, number one. Okay, and then once they're educated, then you can move to the next step. But that is the biggest pillar that most people aren't doing. They're trying to sell, push. You have to educate if you want to get ahead. So thanks for watching. If you want to learn this process in more depth, I would recommend going and joining my email list, number one. Watch through the video that I put up. And then from that video, you can then go and book a call with me, one-on-one with me, where I'll go through, I'll kind of audit your business, see what's going on, see if I can even help you, and then kind of help you potentially implement this in your fitness coaching business, or even potentially help you start fitness coaching in general. So thanks for watching, and I hope you got value from this.